Hello. This week we will be using Powtoon as a kind of a presentation and visualization software. You may have seen some videos that look a little bit like Powtoon, but I'm going to walk you through how to log in and get started, and then you will be creating one of these on your own. So the first step to Powtoon, and probably one of the reasons why we're using Powtoon, is that you can log in with a Google account. So you simply log in and type in your school email address and password. It will bring you right into Powtoon. And it looks like there's a little bit of advertisement. You can upgrade Powtoon. It is a paid service, but we're really only going to be using the free version of Powtoon. So on here, you can see that I have a couple of Powtoons created, but yours will just be empty. The first thing that you want to do when you get into this is click on Create. Powtoon has this entire gallery of templates. And again, some of these are only offered to the paid users, which is totally fine because a lot of these are, completely full featured. So right here, I'm going to click on this infographic label, and it's going to give me a quick little rundown on what it looks like. So Powtoon, when you pick a template, it doesn't give you, just a completely empty presentation tool. It drops in some content for you. So I'm just going to play through part of this real quick so you can kind of see what it looks like. So you can see down here, it's kind of like a very simplified version of iMovie or any timeline creation tool. So here I can kind of click and drag to make this element last longer or move it around on the timeline so that it'll show up at different times. I can click on objects and simply delete them here, and all of these effects over here just drag and drop. And so while I can show you how to use the tool here, I'm going to actually back out of this Powtoon and get into, it's always important to save. Powtoon is actually one of those tools that doesn't necessarily auto-save as often as like a Google Doc would. So I'm going to close this up and open up right here, this ties 13. Just going to click edit. So what you guys will be making is a Powtoon to explain one of your classroom rules or expectations at the beginning of the year. So to start with, you guys are going to need to pick a theme. I'm going to obviously leave that open-ended. And within that theme, your rule or expectation needs to use at a minimum the 4 slides that each template gives you. So you have to, fill in the information, change the information, remove elements from those slides. Like right here, your company name is proud to present. If you want to do something completely different, just highlight those and press the delete or backspace key. And again, here the tools on the right side, you have a couple of different options. You have these characters that you can drag in here. Then you also have these animated characters. So if you just mouse over them, it will show you what those animations do, such as playing a guitar. And then obviously you have these markers, which are your shapes. And this little more button will always give you more options. And up at the top here, there's a couple of different other categories. These are all upgraded categories and they say more on them. Like this right here, there's a bunch of panda characters. So you can click and drop in those pandas. You can move around when those drop in. And text is just as easy to drop in. You have a couple different options. The most popular is probably the handwriting tool. So I'll click and drag that in. And anytime you can just take this and move this, and it will show you exactly what is going on your slide. Or you can go over here and press play. Up here on the sound, you can turn that sound completely down if you don't want that soundtrack playing. And you can also do a voiceover, so you can record your voice over all of these slides and kind of just talk us through what is happening or what the classroom expectation is. You can drop in images as well, directly from your computer, or you can search the web. And you can also import sound, obviously. And in the end, you can export to YouTube, which is the most versatile platform for sharing video out of your classroom. So I'm just going to click back here. There are a couple more styles, like greeting cards. We're fairly close to Anoka here, so I really appreciate the Halloween section. And you can lengthen or shorten each slide by using these buttons down here. So again, you'll be explaining one classroom rule, expectation, routine, some basic daily event that you do in your classroom through a Powtoon. Obviously, what you're doing through this is modeling a way that your students could convey information. Eventually you want to move towards your students using this tool, but for now, just kind of play around with it. Fill up the 4 slides. You're definitely welcome to add more. You can add slides, delete slides. It's a lot. It's kind of a mixture between PowerPoint and iMovie, to explain it simply like that. But in the end, you will be exporting your classroom routine to YouTube and submitting that link through a Google form, so we can put together an entire playlist of all of our classroom routines to share with everybody else. So thank you for watching.